it's not like it's an immediate frustration. He's been lost for quite a while now. I mean, like, if you think about it. Chess, nonsense, and analysis.
Yes, Watu, here we are again. What are we looking at today?
The US Championships. I think very interesting. And let's see what's going on there.
Yes, so US Championships, a lot happening. I think as we speak, I think round 7 is being played live. And we are actually going to have a look at a round 5 game. Things were happening there at the end of round 5, Watu. One of the young grandmasters got banned.
He lost it.
Yeah. So, Christopher Yoo, here's an official statement from St. Louis Chess Club. This is now after the incident, so let's see what they say. At the conclusion of his game on October 16, Grandmaster Christopher Yoo crumpled his score sheet, stormed out of the tournament hall, and struck a videographer from behind. St. Louis Chess Club immediately provided assistance to the videographer and called the police, who responded. So, sounds quite serious. I think, this boy did not behave there at the tournament after a bit of a tough loss over there. But okay, one cannot go on like this after an event. Let's switch over to the board.
Okay, so we're going to be looking at the game that made him go berserk, so to speak.
Yes, so what's your worst been after losing a game? Have you struck anyone after a game?
No. I mean, look, I'm always upset with myself. I mean, I think that's the thing, You're upset with yourself, and that's it. I mean,
I think I've struck myself afterward, maybe. But besides that, I'm sure I've teared up, not tear, but I've mishandled my score sheet. But yeah, that's about it. So yeah, it's very unfortunate. I think Christopher's still 17, so
he's a youngster. It's a learning curve for him, and sometimes such incidents can sometimes, if you use it properly, it can be just what you need to go to the next level. If you take the lessons, there's always a lesson that you have to learn with each incident. So let's hope he's going to learn his lessons and come back stronger.
Yeah, for sure. Let's hope so. Okay, so we are going to have a look at this game. This was in round 5. Christopher had the white pieces against the top seed Fabiano Caruana. So let's have a look. So it was an interesting start. We have an English on the board and b6 played immediately. Not the most played move. But Fabiano, I think Fabiano nowadays, he, especially against youngsters, the slightly older generation, we are trying to get them out of their prep, right? So Fabiano just trying to do something here. I guess it's not even a way off theory. It's probably still some decent theory, but
some sideline.
Some sideline. I remember, I think it was last year that Christopher beat the Levanaronian in some heavy prep as well. So yeah, we see some Roxy bind already. Looks like a Sicilian. Knight c6. Maybe d6 or a6 was also possible, but now we see this exchange happen in e5. And all of a sudden, white is looking comfortable, very comfortable with the space.
I think that things have gone wrong for Fabiano. Certainly, this experiment is not going to repeat. White is looking very good here.
Yeah, for sure.
Lines and on e5 is like a throat in black's a bone in black's throat.
Yeah, for sure.
And doing very well. I mean, white is doing very well here.
I haven't seen Fabiano in a bit of trouble like this early on.
Early, yeah.
Bishop g3, h5, Bishop h4.
Mhm.
Okay, so here black decides to take on e5 and offer the exchange. Was this necessary? Was this absolutely a must, or is this for practical reasons? Was rook e8 not possible?
Yeah, he probably can play rook e8, but possibly white plays what, f4, possibly. And
f4
it's just a long grind. I mean, you're just suffering, isn't it?
with
Because
the
you
rook
cannot
on
even play
d1, knight e4.
bishop e7 because you need that bishop to defend the t6 square.
Oof.
You can't play c5 because of knight b5. I mean, what do you do? I mean, this is just
Probably
suffering.
just for practical reasons, yeah, to give the
Yeah.
exchange up.
I mean, he understands that if he goes into this, he's just suffering for nothing.
Yeah, it's
So
gonna make it actually quite easy for white then. White
yeah,
doesn't have much
it's
to
very
do.
much easier to play. Yeah.
So that makes sense. So
Yeah.
black rather grabs the central pawn and says, okay, I got the bishop here, I've got an extra pawn.
So actually, sorry to cut you off there. I was just thinking for a second. If we then think about Christopher Yoo's mentality here, or rather state of mind,
Yes.
he's got a golden chance to beat Fabiano. Yeah,
World
presented early
number
on.
2, right? Yeah. Why
Yeah,
not?
presented very early on. It's like a gift, and so yeah, he just has to hold his nerve and just not easy, but he's got a big chance. Yeah.
Huge moment, basically. I mean, this early on in the event, right, against Fabiano. I don't know if it's world number 2 or world number 3 at the moment, but yeah, we all know Fabi. So, long castle, queen c7, king b1, bishop e7, g6. And it's interesting in this position, I must say, it's one of these positions that can, if you are, it can irritate you if you are a bit impatient, because when you exchange up or when you're leading, you want to find some way to punish your opponent or to just crush your opponent, and this position doesn't provide that for white. There's no direct way to immediately punish or to convert, because you are down a pawn on this side. It's not obvious how to use your pawns. The knight, where does the knight? Maybe that is possible. Rook d8 is always going to happen.
It's a very interesting point that you're touching upon there, Kelvin. And I normally say this to my students that, especially to my young students, I say, look, when you have an advantage, sometimes instead of trying to find a way to win, sometimes you just simply have to stop your opponent from playing. That's all. So think prophylactically, and I think maybe because if you think prophylactically, what can black do? He cannot really play. Okay, rook d8, queen away, and we trade rooks is good for white. They cannot play c5 easily, so you just have to stop them from getting the bishops into the game.
Yes.
And I think if you have this mentality, it becomes much easier to play than trying to win. You know what I mean?
Yes. Okay, so yes, we definitely need to keep the bishops locked on that side. So let's see what black does though. So g3, this looks fine. King b8, queen e3, and a nice, interesting move by Fabi. Bishop a6. Just I don't even know if it's a threat. It's just looking like, because why I'm saying this? Yeah, probing. Yes, because the rook is hanging over there, right? So we've got some double attack if black takes. But this move proves to be quite fruitful that Fabi played over here. And I would say, after this, white plays, okay, not f4, white plays pawn to b3 over here.
It's a scary move. It's look, if you think about b3, I'm sure Fabiano was very happy to see b3 because black has got no targets. But now when you play b3, you provide black with the targets. The white squares are weakened. The black's diagonal a1 to h8 is waiting for the bishop. So, if you were to imagine if we can put both bishops, yes, if I can put one bishop on this diagonal and the other one on the other diagonal, imagine me being able to use both these diagonals. Then I'm in the game, is it not?
Yes, that would be lovely.
And Yeah, and it's given by b3. So I think instead of b3, if white just simply plays f4, white is because you cannot take and therefore prevents black from getting out. I think this would have been the way, and then just continue restricting black in this manner. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. B3
Mhm.
it just seems very weakening. Long term.
Yeah,
Right?
long term.
So let's see what happens. So black immediately plays bishop c8, and of course black
On
is
it,
itching to play e5 at some point.
on it. He's
To
on
get
it
the bishop out.
immediately. He wants to go and hit those white squares. So
Yeah.
okay, f4.
F4.
H4.
So probably even introducing an idea of opening up the H file if need be. Just
Mhm.
keeping white busy. H4, Queen E5. White, of course, is not losing, but he's giving his opponent nice play or a potential play for the bishops. Queen E5.
I think white doesn't really have a plan here for some reason. I think it's a sign of nerves, because the problem is queen e5 after f6. You're not gonna take on c7 anyway because the rook still don't have anything to do.
Yeah, he dropped back
And
to E3 just to
yeah,
point
but this
out.
is helping black because black wants to play anyway e5, right? But even here, it's not easy to
Rooks
play
don't
this.
have entry points.
You don't have entry points. This is the problem. So I think he just simply failed to find a plan, Christopher, and yeah, some trouble.
Yeah, so okay, this is just to point out to the viewers. So he did not trade, but let's say after a move like knight e2, for instance, to get knight d4 in, e5 takes, and black actually is maybe even
Better.
maybe even better with these bishops, right?
Yeah, the bishops are controlling the whole board. They're cutting the board in half. The king is not safe anyway.
Scary.
Yeah, this is easily better for black. Yeah.
So queen e5 was played, f6, and then white dropped back to e3.
Uh-huh.
So takes, and black comes up with the key move, e5.
Yeah, black is playing for something now.
All of a sudden he's playing for something. Yes, takes. Rook h1.
Tell me, what's happening with
Queen takes.
I think we should
We're taking and playing.
inspect queen takes a5.
Bishop
Is
is
there
rook e3.
to play?
Are we taking and playing bishop f6, or are we doing something useful before taking?
We take and play bishop f6. White will play rook e3. Oh, then we play bishop f5 check. And I think we cannot play king c1 because of bishop g5. And if we play king 1 like b5, so you can't, right? It seems to me like there will be queen e5, rook e5, bishop f6, rook e3, bishop f5 check. And now you're in a dilemma because if you play king c1, bishop g5, and if you play say king, king, I don't know, then some b5 is possible maybe.
This is also in the air there, by the way. b5 is possible.
B2 also possible. b5 possible. All these moves are possible, but it just doesn't look nice for white.
White is just blocking here with the rooks.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting stuff. So Fabi just senses the moment, and he's obviously not going to miss it.
Yeah.
Rook h1, bishop c5. They trade, queen d6, and I mean, there's just an open window here on this side.
The king is so weak. Can we not play rook d1 here?
Rook to d1.
I guess you can play is bishop d4
bishop
then,
d4.
Yeah?
Bishop d4 is coming anyway with bishop f5.
Yes, it's a mess. It's a mess.
White has already lost the grip by now. Or to g4.
I think white is worse here. Yeah.
Yep. Check. Bishop d4, and Fabi is all of a sudden on the hunt here.
Yeah.
c1.
Wait for a win.
a5. White's trying to just desperately block now. Queen e4.
He's dreaming of a draw, but it's not gonna come.
King hides on a6.
Yeah.
B4.
Desperate.
Okay. Yeah, he can do nothing, right? He can't even sit with the bishop a5 is also coming at some point.
Yeah, there's nothing to be done.
B4, and he just collapses basically.
Yeah, before it's desperation. Yeah. Yeah, it's gone.
And wow, these bishops worked for Fabi.
You know
Yeah.
what? Me seeing the game, because I only saw the footage where he crumbles the score sheet, and because I had not seen the game, my immediate thought was that he has sort of blundered.
Landed, right?
I understood that he's unhappy with the result, and he probably has blundered. But now, having looked at the game, the reaction to me becomes even more mysterious, because the point is that yes, you are much better in the beginning of the game, but he doesn't find a plan in the middle game, and the game slips.
Yeah,
And
gradually.
possibly, yeah, he still plays for another hour though, trying to salvage something. So it's not like it's an immediate frustration. He's been lost for quite a while now. I mean, like, if you think about it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying the reaction is rather mysterious. But, well, he's young, and yeah, let's hope he'll bounce back from it.
Yeah, unfortunate reaction there, but well done to Fabiano Caruana also for not missing his opportunity there. You can't slip. You give the strong players one chance and then they take it, right? So Fabiano,
But
I think
apparently
bishop
he's
a6 was nice.
But
A nice
apparently he's
step
not
to-
won this game, right?
Yes. So now the thing is, with this happening, Christopher's results is banned from the tournament now, or thrown out of the tournament, and his results are also now annulled. So the people that won against him, that doesn't count anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who beat him. Definitely Fabiano. This game is now not so
Yeah.
not counting. So that's a pity.
Yeah. But nice
But
comeback
okay.
from Caruana, yeah?
Nice comeback. Bishop a6, nice provocative move. And b3, maybe not correct there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that was instructive to see.
Absolutely.
Sure, this happens all the time on different levels. So yeah, we saw it on a very high level. Nice.
What are the standings, by the way, now in the championship?
Let's check out the standings.
I suspect that Caruana is leading, right? Second, Hans should still be that.
Standings. Yeah, Caruana is on 4.5. Is this is the live standings now, so I'm not sure if they're still probably playing. But Caruana's on 4.5. Hans Niemann is on 3.5. Sam Sevian is on 3.5. So those two players are trailing by a point to Fabiano, and then we have a few players, Aronian, Shankland, and Liang on 3. See, Wesley is on 2.5 over there, so Wesley's having a bit of a rough event. But okay, still lots of games left. So yeah, sure. Fabiano leading. Okay. And Hans and Sam is relatively close behind, if you can call it that. Okay.
There's a long way to go. Yeah.
So yes, that's it for the US Championships. Bit of drama over there, but the games continue. Is that enough nonsense from us today? Yeah, that's enough nonsense for today. And yeah. Thanks, viewers. If you liked what you've seen, don't forget to press the like and share and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.